San Diego County officially enters the less restrictive red tier. Why local restaurant owners say the return of indoor dining is about more than just money.
Concerns about what the reopenings could mean for the spread of COVID-19. The more relaxed attitude combined with new variants has some doctors concerned.
And the extra time you will have this year to file your taxes.
ABC 10 News at 6 starts now.
Local restaurants are opening their dining rooms to guests for the first time in 2021. Good evening. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Steve Atkinson. Today, San Diego County entered the red tier, giving restaurants the green light to serve indoors. Our ABC 10 News reporter John Horn is in the gas lamp where restaurants are welcoming people back for St. Patrick's Day.
Lots of green out here in the Gaslamp District, crowds forming to celebrate St. Patty's Day. You can see just down the heart of 5th already people outside the bars and pubs. But then if you look a little bit closer across the street into Barley Mash, you'll see the news of the day, and that is that people are now dining inside. That is because the county has reached the red tier of coronavirus restrictions, 25% indoor capacity. Restaurant owners tell me that 25% indoor capacity is not sustainable for the long term, but it is on the right track. And restaurants across our county were forced to serve takeout only just back in December when ICU capacity was at 0% in Southern California and the stay-at-home order was in effect. That led to the loss of tens of thousands of jobs just before the holidays. More recently, restaurants were given the go-ahead to serve outdoor only. On Tuesday, with COVID cases dipping and vaccine distribution increasing, the county qualified for the red tier, meaning indoor dining at the limited capacity. And while that extra capacity should help the bottom line, owners say opening their dining rooms is about more than just money.
But boy, I mean, when you just simply hand a bag of food to somebody you know well, compared to sitting them at the table, visiting them 4 or 5 times over dinner, recommending wines and so on, there's no comparison.
The county's restaurant industry is down about 40,000 jobs in the last year. In the gas lamp, John Horn, ABC 10 News.
Thank you, John. As businesses reopen, health professionals are keeping an eye on how this will affect the fight against coronavirus. ABC 10 News reporter Melissa Masiha looks at those concerns that reopening combined with COVID variants could be a dangerous mix.
As more businesses start to welcome back customers indoors, health officials hope we don't rush into things recklessly.
The good thing is the patients who are probably at higher risk for getting sicker from COVID, a lot of those people are getting vaccinated, which is great. But it still is possible that our younger population who might not be vaccinated yet can still spread it.
One concern, spring break. With travel starting to pick up, some doctors are worried people won't take precautions to stay healthy.
Spring break, I think this spring break, more than one in a long time, will be very popular because people really feel like, oh my gosh, it's over. It's not completely over yet.
With young people traveling to places where they may not have a mask mandate, then they may actually bring this back to other locations where they live.
Dr. Abby Olulade said another issue is vaccine hesitancy, especially in younger people.
What I've heard from some patients is that, well, if I get it, I'll be fine, right? So that's also a concern that younger people may be more hesitant to getting the vaccine as their eligibility comes open.
All of that on top of the UK variant, which has been found here in San Diego.
I think the concern is over time that will quickly take over as our most prominent variant that we have. I think the worry is things could spread fast. We may not, if we are not careful with our behavior still, especially people who are not vaccinated, we could run into trouble fast.
Dr. Ritter and Dr. Olulade emphasize to keep up what we've been doing: social distance, wear a mask, and wash your hands. And
getting vaccinated is the most important thing. I think what's unknown is what might happen in the future, what new variants might pop up, what variants might reach their way to California.
Melissa Masiha, ABC 10 News.
Doctors say the vaccine is effective against the UK variant, and companies are working on boosters that will cover the other variants.
The Chula Vista Elementary School District will begin allowing students back in the classroom April 12th. It will be a hybrid model consisting of a half-day instruction in a morning and afternoon format Monday through Thursday. Fridays will be reserved for distance learning. Parents not comfortable with sending their kids back into the classroom will have the option to remain on distance learning for the rest of the school year. Meantime, the Cajon Valley Union School District will return to full-time in-person learning also on April 12th. The district serves more than 17,000 students in 27 schools in the East County. Cajon Valley will still offer a distance learning option.
Disneyland in California Adventure will finally reopen on April 30th. Disney made that announcement today. The parks will be limited to 15% capacity and indoor rides will stay closed. All visitors 3 and up will require a reservation. Events that draw large crowds, such as parades, will be off limits. There also will not be any indoor dining. The parks have been shut down since last March 14th, and downtown Disney reopened in July. You'll have more time to file your taxes this year. The IRS is reportedly planning to push back the deadline 1 month to May 15th. However, that falls on a Saturday, so the final deadline may be Monday the 17th. Lawmakers and accountants have been asking the IRS to give Americans more time to file their 2020 taxes, which were complicated by the pandemic. As of now, though, state taxes are still due April 15th.
The county reported 411 new cases today and a test positivity rate of 3%. 8 more people also lost their lives to COVID, bringing that number to just under 3,500. The Del Mar Vaccine Superstation was closed for the first of 3 days today. Scripps Health, which runs that site, received less vaccine than expected. So the site at the Del Mar Fairgrounds will be closed today, Friday, and Saturday. Affected appointments will be rescheduled. And you can stay on top of any new developments with coronavirus by downloading the 10 News app. A free version is available in the App Store.
We have learned the name of one of the 3 people killed by a driver Monday in East Village. 40-year-old Rodney Diffendale has been one of the 9 people named now at the homeless camp in the tunnel next to City College on B Street. A 65 and a 61-year-old man were also killed. The driver, 71-year-old Craig Voss, was arrested. Police believe he was under the influence of some sort of drug. He's due in court next Tuesday. And the crash has community leaders calling for more ways to protect San Diego's homeless population. Today, they called on local leaders to have a sense of urgency to get people off the streets and connected to services and housing. They say our resources are not being fully utilized.
Will this be the catalyst that actually finally wakes up our elected officials and moves us forward? We are waiting to see that, but we're here to make our voices heard and to be loud and clear about what we need to do. And we need to move forward with real solutions on homelessness.
We reached out to the city and the county for comment. We are waiting to hear back.
The shooting that killed 8 people in Atlanta, including 6 Asian women, has ignited widespread concern over the surge in Asian American hate crimes. A board member of the San Diego Asian Pacific Islander Coalition says that last night's shooting is the most severe example yet.
Unfortunately, racism against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders is not new. However, we are seeing a rise in it because of the rhetoric that we have heard from decision makers and leaders, calling it the Chinese flu and attributing blame to Asian communities.
The Stop AAPI Hate organization reported 42 incidents of racist attacks in San Diego County between March and December of last year. As for the Atlanta shooting, suspect Robert Long claims the shooting at 3 massage parlors was not racially motivated. Investigators say Long may be a deeply religious person dealing with a sex addiction. 2 men remain missing tonight in the aftermath of yesterday's deadly fireworks explosion in Ontario. Cousins Caesar and Alex Pius have not been seen since the blast that killed 2 people, but police are not yet confirming that they are the victims. The commercial-grade fireworks exploded at a home, starting fires and shaking the neighborhood. Crews are still clearing debris from some 80 nearby properties.
Local gas prices are the highest we've seen since the week before Thanksgiving in 2019. Regular rose another 2 cents today to $3.90 a gallon. Gas has gone up 37 consecutive days. An auto club spokesman is blaming a variety of factors, including a record low number of refineries being used and the entry of the more expensive summer blend of gas into the market.
As many San Diegans still struggle to feed their families during the pandemic, Legoland hosted a large-scale food drive today. It started at 4 and ended just a short while ago. It was organized by Feeding San Diego and had enough food for more than 1,400 households. It was a drive-through event, and each car got about 50 pounds of food.
Make sure to continue to check our website because we are moving around the county. We've identified hot spots across the whole county and want to make sure that we're providing extra food in all that area. So if you go onto the website, you can see the large-scale ones that we have going. You can register and make sure you get what you need.
They are doing good work. Feeding San Diego says they serve about 700,000 more meals each month than they did at the same time last year.
Today, the Board of Supervisors unanimously approved the construction of an Amazon warehouse in El Cajon. Local residents are concerned that building the 141,000 square foot distribution center will increase traffic and noise. The warehouse, which is on county land, will be located in an open space near Cuyamaca Street and Weld Boulevard. The county says it will bring about 400 jobs.